back to another beautiful episode of the Real Gem Show. Proudly sponsored by Cargonaija. You know, at Cargonaija, we help you ship all your products, your goods, any parcel you have to anywhere across the globe, be it the US, the UK, Dubai, Ghana, name it, anywhere. We got you covered. So, in the spirit of being an educative shipping company, Cargonaija has brought the Real Gem Show to educate young entrepreneurs and even those that are already in the business world on the do's and don'ts and the things we can use to teach each other on the things to grow in our businesses. So, Mama Sita is here again for another beautiful interactive episode where I'll be bringing my guest on the show to give us another top-notch information. So stay tuned to the passes. After the break, my guest will be coming in while we have an interactive discussion.
Cargonaija.com for you every day.
Good day, sir.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Real Gem Show.
It's my pleasure to be on the show.
Thank you for honoring our invite. So before we move on, can you tell us about yourself?
Okay, my name is Akintayo Orisoga. I'm a master of ceremonies and also a brand specialist. I deal with designs, print, and that's basically what I do. And I'm also the speaking service business.
Wow.
And also I co-founded an organic food business with a partner where we, create and supply organic African foods to people. So basically, that's what I do.
So, Mr. Shoga, thank you for that well-created introduction. So, before we move on the show, I want to ask you, you're an entrepreneur,
Yes,
as you've introduced.
Of course.
How has it been? How did you start entrepreneurship? How did you venture into all these things that you said? You said you're an MC, you deal with food. I don't understand. Tell us more about it, sir.
Oh, well, like almost every other Nigerian or every other youth outside there,
Okay.
I would say that maybe circumstances actually pushed us into being entrepreneurs. A couple of us actually never wanted to be like entrepreneurs. We actually, on quotes like that, actually wanted to be like the white collar people, go to office and come back. But for one reason or the other, we actually found ourselves, probably because of the economic situation of the country.
Yes.
Well, on my own part, being like I do say, like of the speaking service business,
Yes.
MC, translator, editing, and all sorts voiceover, I found myself into it being my kind of innate ability.
Like your passion.
Yes, let me say passion, but
Okay.
really it's just like something inbuilt for me, something expressive for me, and over time.
Something you are comfortable with.
Yes,
basically.
basically. So over time, I discovered that I could actually make money from this thing. So I ventured into the business part of it over time, and also into printing. Like every other business I've tried to venture into, failed or successful, I've discovered that money is my motivating factor. I have to go out and come back and bring something to the table. So money is my own motivating factor. Aside some
Now
people,
money
yes,
motivates.
that is just like they say, love is sweet, money makes it sweeter.
Yes.
So life is sweet, money makes it sweeter. So that is it for me. So for like the businesses I've been doing,
Yes.
and I'm still doing, like cumulatively, I found myself into like 10 years on the average professionally. Some I've been doing like backstage, just like helping out family, friends, and all. But professionally, I've been doing all this for like roughly like 10 years,
Wow.
ups and down at a time, stopped, continued, and also. So, but cumulatively, let's say 10 years. So that's how I found myself in the business.
world.
Yes.
Wow. Mr. Shoga has been in business for basically over a decade. And I'm sure that, like life itself, everything that has an advantage definitely has a disadvantage. He first had something that pushed him, which is money, which me self I like, which most of my viewers love, who don't like money now. So you've been motivated by always going out there to bring something to the table, which is perfect. Have you come across anything that stopped you at a point like, this thing is not going well, Lou. I need to re-strategize. Have you been in contact with anything like an hardship like a disadvantage in the business?
Of course. I would use one of my failed, maybe failed business or stopped business. Let me put it like that.
Okay.
I at some point in time had done laundry service.
Okay.
Right. So first was in 2013, 2014. I did it out of I love ironing. I love ironing clothes.
Okay.
So at that point, I had an uncle of blessed memory that he wasn't working in Ibadan. So when he comes back, we do the laundry for him, or not like we do the laundry. There's a woman that comes to wash and clean the house. So
you do the ironing.
I do the ironing. So I just thought, instead of paying this woman, and instead of me just ironing a lump sum of clothes, and when he's returning back to his station in the following week, he gives me just a tip like, okay, I'm going to come back, and the rest like that. And I just, I can make business out of it. So I started doing it. At some point, people will give you like maybe 10 pieces of clothes or pairs of clothes, and there's this particular client that I had then who would come collect 2, give you money for 2, now keep the 8, keep the 5, and instead of giving me the 2K like hypothetically give me the 2K summed up, they'll now be giving me 5 naira, 2 naira. So he was owing me, and at some point I just said, okay, Edmond, just come and pack all your clothes and just go. So like 2015 thereabout, I stopped the business because I had to pursue another goal. So coming back, sometimes in 2020 also, real life example, this is not just Passport to Acquire. I lost my job.
Wow.
So I just felt, I've been doing this before now, some other things I've been doing, because 2020 was just a year that a lot of my businesses was on pause. Most of what I do was event related. Event wasn't coming. There was standstill and also I said, people were still going out with beats. They were still, let me just go back to this business. I started again. And there was this particular man again, just like the other person, he wasn't really coming forth with his payments. Coupled with electricity, I had to run generator. The generator was almost at red. So I stopped it. So that is one practical business that I've done and has not really been successful in that regard. So the challenge of customers paying up as and when due, the challenge of electricity, the challenge of the pay not actually being commensurate with what the reality
what you
of
are giving out,
giving
the
out,
service you are rendering.
And also the money the revenue I'm making is not commensurate to what I could feed with, what I could make a living with.
So it's now looked as if you are just putting more labor into without anything
exactly.
in return.
So that is one practical thing. Other businesses also, at some point you would want to say, I want to go premium. I want to place value on what I'm doing. But there are some other competitors that don't mind just getting a 5 naira profit. And they are like, so to say, spoiling the business for you. And clients will be like, I went to A, she said it's 5 naira. I went to B, she said it's 7 naira. Why is it on 15 naira? So it's at some
whereas
point,
they don't know the value of what you're giving out.
Of what you are giving out. So at some point it felt like, maybe am I overpricing myself, or am I not just into the right business, or am I not doing what is right?
You felt like you weren't doing enough.
Not like I wasn't doing enough. Probably I felt like maybe I was doing too much, and people were not seeing what I wanted.
They were not appreciating that.
Exactly. So a couple of times like that in some other businesses, and also some people actually not seeing, like I said earlier that I package African foods to people, and people at some point will be like, one of it is fish, and the kind of smoked fish that we do, stone free and all that, and be like, tabalo soja, I'm on it now. But you cannot compare what you have in the market. Probably it has been on the shelf for like maybe 2-3 months. What we do is like fresh, maximum 2 weeks is out of the shelf. So all those things, people talking down on you, owing you, and a lot of things like that.
They make you feel dejected.
Like maybe we are allowed to be got and also like that. So here and there are challenges, but the motivating thing is you have to make this money. You shouldn't stop. So basically that is it.
Me, I like Mr. Sugar because he's always mentioning at the end of every sentence that make this money.
No, because
this money
actually
is
the
the
truth
motivation.
Is, yes, maybe when I was growing up, I have seen my parents do business. I've seen people do business, and I understood early in life that everything you do, there must be a commercial thing coming, that is money. So if you are doing, as much as you have the passion for it, just like I used to tell people, I'm a typical Yoruba person, and I'll say this in Yoruba. If you do the job to an extent, your passion will become passion. Passion is cane for those of us that are probably, passion is cane. Your passion will flog you, and you'll go hungry. So if you are saying I have passion for it, I have passion for it,
and you don't do it the right way,
I don't do it the right way that is bringing money, eventually you will be forced out of business. Exactly, that's it. That is it. So that's why I always keep that money must come, no matter how little it is. Let this money keep flowing. It's better than you waiting for a lump sum for an uncertain period. If the little trinkles of water is coming in, it's better than you
know that you are doing
You are doing something. That is it for me.
It is actually very encouraging, because in any business, like I always tell my viewers out there, that if you're doing something, no matter the passion you have for it, you must see the reason why you're doing it. Aside the fact that, oh, I want to become this and I have passion for this, what are you gaining from that passion? That is what he's trying to say here. Because for real, if you're working, you work morning, noon, night, midday, you are creating content, you're doing all that, and at the end of the day, you have nothing to show for it. Just like he said, your passion can become passion. And like he rightly said, passion in the English word is cane. When you have a passion for something and it's not bringing anything forth for you, it will flog you. So I appreciate the fact that you, as an entrepreneur, appreciate being productive. And aside being productive, you appreciate your productivity bringing something for you. So I guess you can give our viewers out there a piece of advice. Let's say a young entrepreneur who has passion. Give us a piece of advice that cannot push them into making that passion a passion for them.
All right. There are a couple of things. No particular order, but I will just say this as it comes to me.
Yes, please.
First is for anything you want to venture into, you must find a mentor or a coach or both. So a mentor is someone that will pour themselves out into you, the way they have seen, the way they've done it, failed or successful. They will pour themselves. On the other side, a coach is someone that will just teach you and just learn the ropes, just like a teacher. That's why they say a teacher is
the person who use a guideline.
A coach will just teach you, do it like this, do it like this. But a mentor will use real life examples of what has happened to them, or people that have seen that happen to, and how they have also surmounted those challenges. So you must get yourself at least one of these two if you cannot get yourself both. And for a young entrepreneur coming into the entrepreneurship world, you must also be ready to serve. You must be ready to serve. Be ready to serve, because in service, you'll see that people, maybe it is African for me, if you serve, you are closer to the mind of your master than coming to learn. It is good to learn, and also it is good to serve. Wow. But service will put you very close. It's just like someone that is, how best can I put it now? Someone that is giving, someone that gives, and if I'm coming, probably you're having your birthday, I give you something. You're having your wedding, I give you something. You'd always remember this person.
Yes,
and remember that, this person, I think he's doing this. Even when he's not doing this, let me just also reciprocate. So when you are serving, the person that you are serving will always have you at mind, and because you are in the face of that person regularly. And also for a young entrepreneur, it is good that you collaborate. It's easier for us to collaborate and we're getting result out of it, because probably you've gone like 2 steps ahead of me in this world, and I collaborate with you. People would use Yoruba will say something, Mama Wola say, Mommy Lara.
I'll be used like a yardstick.
And they would look like for my growth, and people will be like, because he is close to this person, definitely
and
this person
can of this person.
Exactly, and people definitely X can vouch for Y. So let me just work with this person.
Yes.
And because I'm just coming into the scene, people will be, okay, I cannot charge as much as you charge, because you are ahead of me. And they'll be like, okay, a client just comes, Cargonaija, I want to ship this thing. We know that it's not really your charge, but can you recommend someone that can do it We know it's not like the person will do substandard, but we can't pay your price. I have sugar. Is my protege. Is learning from me. Let me just recommend this person. Do you get? So when you serve and when you collaborate, it takes you, further than you think you can go. And also, you must be trendy. The world is moving very fast now. That if you think you want to continue to do it the traditional way, you'll be left behind, because the world is moving very fast, particularly the advent of IT, AI, social media, and the rest like that. So being trendy is you making sure that you are moving with what is happening part time. So and that will take me to because the world is moving very very fast, and social media is taking over now.
Yes, sir.
You would hardly see people having working store again. You have people that are making millions on social media, making adverts, and also make your social media presence very, very okay, very, very catchy, standard. Don't do it the shabby way, do it very, very well. And also, which is non-negotiable. Even if you want to negotiate every other thing that I've said, never negotiate on your quality of service. Never negotiate on your quality of service. It might be hard when you start. But trust me, if you hold on to that quality and you keep improving on that quality, if it's not dropping, your right clients would find you, your right customers will find you. And like I do tell people, like myself, I'm not for everybody. I believe that I want to appeal to the cream de la cream of the society. I want to host the event of the president's daughter, president's son. So for that reason, I would not want to.
Top notch.
I want to find myself in the circle of those people. So the kind of quality service that I'm going to render would not be, without respect to anybody, would not be for the people in the rural community.
The mediocres.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to find myself, for example, on the Lagos Island, the GRAs, the Asokoros. So that is where I want to find myself. That is the kind of service I would want to deliver. So if you think that this one comes, brings 5 naira, I take it. This one brings 3 naira because I want to make money, I take it. You won't. People will just be like,
yes, sir.
So because they just find and take for example, you want to do the premium quality service, and the premium client comes and finds a low budget client, or
that premium client won't feel comfortable.
Yes, the person will just be like,
are you sure
this person can deliver? And also because you take anyhow charge, you are doing a disservice to the higher people that are paying the higher money. And just be like, because the day they find out that you take lesser, they just be like, you've been cheating me so far. So just stick to that quality service. Just keep improving on it rather, and never come down on your quality. And every other thing, your outward appearance, your lifestyle must match up with the quality of service that you say you deliver. So all these things summed up together. And for me, I believe in God. I don't know what another person believes in. I believe in God. I take my prayer life seriously. I do, if you're a Muslim, your zakat, your prayer, your fasting and all, do it well. If you're a Christian, pray, read the Bible, fast, whatever I believe in, do it, and never compromise on God has been the yardstick of everything.
You see that I'm actually short of words. He has told us a lot. I mean a lot. I've learned so much myself. It started from the fact that when you as an entrepreneur are thinking about going into any business, first you have to have a mentor, have a coach, have someone that can put you through. No one is an island of knowledge. We learn every day. We know new things every day. Aside that, he said we should learn to collaborate. When you think, oh, I'm good in my field, yes you are, but before you came, there has been people there. Like Yoruba would say, in Kokonla lo koto gbola jude or something. Before the invent of civilization, there has been some things that people used to live on. So before you came, there has been some people doing this thing. Look up to them. Collaborate with them, don't compete it. That's one thing I tell people out there, that if you see someone ahead of you as a competition, you won't grow. You will just you will feel stagnant. You'll be stagnant. It's not even about feeling stagnant. You'll be stagnant. So it's better you see them as someone you can collaborate with, isn't it? That is what makes the business world, even world itself. That's what makes it go round.
And also, I would want to add something to
Okay.
this. It just popped in my mind now, and it's more like collaboration.
Okay.
But in a way that you are not collaborating with someone that does the same business with you. Just for example, now,
Okay.
you are a bread seller. Why not put your shop beside a beans
seller.
or a butter seller
Look at that.
or a tea seller? Because definitely anybody that buys bread will think of what I want to eat with it. If you see now, you would see that there's a trend now that a makeup artist is having a store or studio. They call it studio.
Yes, sir.
A makeup artist is having a studio with a photographer. Because somehow, if a makeup artist comes, I want to do a makeup, the photographer can always pitch, sorry, your picture now.
Yes,
Let me take a portrait of you. Or if someone walks into a photography studio and you see that your face is
It's
oily. It's on a makeup artist. Come, do touch
Come
up.
and do.
So find businesses that you know they are complementary. They call them complementary services.
Yes, sir.
That they are complementary
With what you do.
A printer would have a shop with someone that sells paper, that sells gum, that sells thread, because they are complementary services. It is easy because I want to print now. Instead of walking 5 miles, give me paper here. Give me. So find businesses that are complementary and you now collaborate with them for you to grow faster.
See, there's a lot of things to learn when you have someone who has gone through a lot. That is why we have the Real Gem Show. So Mr. Sugar has told us so many things today. He has fed us a lot. And one of the things that I picked is the fact that is most of the things he said here are the things we are doing here at Cargonaija. On the Real Gem Show is where we bring entrepreneurs like you being our mentor now, teaching us about what you've gone through, showing us about life in the business world, telling us the do's and don'ts, the experiences you've had, the things that promote you and the things that you've done that you didn't feel, but you saw that this is a disadvantage. So I think you as a person, you can compliment us on the Real Gem Show that we are doing a good job.
Of course, and to be very honest, one of also the challenges I faced, that there was a particular time that we had to send a package to Canada. It took over 3 months before the freight company actually delivered.
Wow.
And it made us lose a lot because it was a first-time customer, and the person actually wanted to test us and refer us. So when it took time, because we actually did not get the right cargo, the freight business, and I am very confident that Cargonaija does not delay.
Yes,
I'm very confident.
We over-deliver ourselves. Thank you so much. You had a lot from him, and I know that young entrepreneurs out there, even the ones that are already established, has already learned a lot. Because myself, I've learned a lot in this business world. So, Mr. Sugar, I would appreciate you so much for coming on our show.
Thank you for having me.
We hope that when next we call you like this, being a money man, a money busy man,
Where's the money?
we hope that you come and you answer us.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for instilling a lot. Thank you for pouring in our well, because I won't lie to you, I've learned a lot today, and I know my viewers out there has learned a thing or two, and I hope and pray that your business grows well, better than this. So before you go, I have this little gift from Cargonaija to say thank you for coming on our show today.
All right, so I would say thank you, Cargonaija, the ultimate freight solution, for bringing me on the Real Gem Show. It means a lot to me, and I'm very, very appreciative of this. I hope to see more of us together doing something.
So before you go, can you tell us, if we want to reach out to you, if any of our clients wants to reach out for your service, how we can come in contact with you, sir?
All right. So my MC business, my speaking service, the King Sugar, across all social media platforms, the King Sugar, the King SOGA, that's Sugar. For the print and brand business is olive.brands. Olive.brands, and yes, and for the African food is Levy's Foods and Drinks. Levi's Foods and Drinks.
So because we said it is not limited to people on social media alone. If we want to reach out to you via call or WhatsApp, what number can we call?
All right, 08051045312. 08051045312.
Thank you so much for coming.
And lastly, before I go, I would just want to encourage everyone that life and success is just like a relay race. So once the baton is passed to you, because I believe the Real Gem Show has impacted in a lot of people, do not hide this secret from yourself. Make sure that you pass it on to people so that they can also learn from it. So it's just kindness is just like a baton in a relay race. That once it's passed to you, you must always pass it on to the next person.
Thank you so much. You've done so well today, and I appreciate you so much for coming on our show. Thank you. Have a blessing. I always tell you that at Cargonaija, we are not just your regular cargo company. I can't overemphasize this. We not only help you ship your goods from Nigeria to anywhere across the globe, we also have your best interest at heart. And that is why the Real Gem Show is here to always educate you on top-notch things and tips to know about the business world. Look at my humble guest today. He has told us a lot of things about business, mentorship, collaboration, acts of services, having a coach, be trendy, make your social media handle catchy. That's a lot. That's a lot to learn. And that is to tell you that the Real Gem Show is the best place to be whenever you want to dive into anything entrepreneurship. And even as you are already in the entrepreneurship world, Cargonaija doesn't disappoint at all. So, until I come your way again next time, know that I remain your humble Mamacita of Cargonaija. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on your notification so whenever the Real Gem Show is on air, you'll be the first one to watch it. Don't forget to share, like, drop beautiful comments, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.
Cargonaija.com for you every day.